Welcome to Bach and Beyonce with your Girl Conductor Maria A. Ellis. And today, I am so excited about this show. I have the Brian Owens in the studio with me talking about his new movie. Brian, tell me about your new movie.
Maria.
Don't do that. Tell me about your new movie.
It's called An Intimate Christmas. It was written by Sophia Stevens. It stars Sophia and Malena Smith and some other folks in the Life Creative ecosystem. I'm really excited about it. I'm really proud of the work that we did. Yeah.
So I got my sisters Melina and Sophia in the studio with us also. I'm telling y'all now, this interview is probably going to be off the chains, but that's okay. It's going to be really, really good. Before we go to Sophia and Melina, I met you at UMSA like 2014. 2014, and the person I met back then is definitely not the person I've met now. So you are this YouTube sensation with videos that have over, what you got, millions and millions of views on YouTube?
Like almost 70 million, right?
And now you like doing videos and producing and you doing all kind of stuff. So I want to talk with you about that, but that'll be after we'll play your, what we're going to call it, the $1 million video, A Change Is Gonna Come, and then we'll come back.
Okay.
And we'll talk about that.
I was born by the river in a little tent. Like the river I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. 'Cause I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it is. Then I go to my brother. And I say, brother, help me please. But he wind up knocking back down on the knee. Oh, there've been times that I thought I couldn't last for long, but now I think I'm able, Father, to carry on. And it's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes it is, yes it is, yes it is. Said I know that a change is gonna come one day. I know a change gonna come. Yes it is. I know. Said life can be hard. Oh yeah. And times can get rough, but still I know
is Bach and Beyonce with your girl conductor Maria A. Ellis in the studio with Brian Owens, Sophia Stevens, and my friend, my sister Malena Smith. And we're going to be talking about the new movie, An Intimate Christmas. But come on, Brian, how did you get into this world of mentoring and acting and producing and singing and being a daddy and all the other stuff that you do? That's not a whole lot. All that stuff that you do.
I'm tired just
Well,
hearing
being
it.
the daddy part and the other stuff didn't really, like, that's because I'm married and, you know, love my wife and we love children.
How many kids you got?
8.
8, Lord. 8. Jesus.
That is more than the Brady Bunch.
It is.
more than the break, because they had
It is.
6.
They had
It is.
6 children.
It is.
He has 8.
And, you know, I think, you know, I always say to people, like, how did you get into this? I'm like, well, you know, God kind of opened my mind to be free to explore other platforms outside of music. And if you would have told me that in my 20s, I would have said you were crazy, because when I was in my 20s, the only thing that I could see me doing was being a vocalist and singing, making records. The older I got, the freer I got. And I could see that, well, really what it is about telling story. And there are lots of ways to tell story. I've always been a lover of film. But probably over the last like 3-4 years, I really got hooked on stuff. And what did it for me, we did a project for the St. Louis Cardinals. You remember that?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And when we did that project with the St. Louis Cardinals, the Bob Gibson video, Tim, who's a shout out to Tim Timor, he was directing and I was like producing, but like that day on the set when we were doing it, I was watching this process happen. And the whole time I'm going, oh my gosh, this is so much fun. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. Like, and I was like, wait, is this more fun than making a record? And the more I started doing it, I was like, man, this is a whole different thing than making an album, and I'm loving it. And from that point on, that was like 2018, from that point on, I've been hooked.
That's amazing. That was fun. And then you brought in Miss Sophia Stevens, St. Louis's own Broadway star. Ferguson's own Broadway star. Sophia Stevens. Sophia!
Maria.
Welcome to Bach and Beyonce.
I am so honored to be here.
No, we're honored to have you. Okay, so tell us about you, because you've done Lion King and you've been on Blackish and all kinds of stuff. So tell us all about that and you.
Wow. Okay, so I started actually at the Black Rep, started my career there, and then, of course, they found me. Who were they? Casting agents found me while I was performing there. And I auditioned for Lion King, went to New York, started touring. Now I'm in Los Angeles, California, doing TV and film. And then I get a call. Well, actually, I did a web series. I was very excited about that during the pandemic.
Yes, you did.
I did a web series, and it was awarded a little something, something. I was very excited about that. And then my brother called me. My brother, that's Brian. My brother calls me and he's like, so you're writing? I'm like, yeah, I'm writing. Okay, great. We're going to write.
Okay, so wait, don't go too far. Let's play, because you all did a movie last year.
Yes, we did.
And that was the first, was that the first
It's
one?
a
that you
New
wrote?
Holiday was the very first film we collaborated.
So let's play something, then we'll come back and talk to you, okay?
Okay, perfect.
Awesome.
Well, as a child, I sang this song. I wasn't really into it, but I sang along. But then I learned that jingle bells could deck the halls just as well. So now it's time to play and jingle all the way with my new jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. And now we see the blazing Yule before us,
right, so you guys just heard Deck the Halls with Jingle Bells medley. Did I
Yes.
get the name right?
You got the name right. That's it.
Well, it's out there now. So.
Yeah, it's it by Stephanie Holland.
Yep, Stephanie Holly.
That's what I said. Let's take it back.
But Stephanie Holly, wait a minute, because she's connected to this as well. Okay, wait. Let's go to Sophia. Then I want to talk about how Stephanie and me and Melina and all of us are all intertwined in this whole world of music. So come on, Sophia. Tell me about you and this
Okay,
project.
so what happened? He called me. He presented this project. I was extremely intimidated. I had never done it before, and Brian has a big vision. In all things, and you just gotta catch up, and that's it. And but the thing is, he won't leave you. He'll lift you, and soon you find yourself doing things you never thought you would be doing. So that's what happened.
You know what? And I think that's one of the things that I love about Brian. When we were students at UMSL, Melina and I, we would tell Brian we wanted to do these things. Like we had a quartet, the Bonds.
The Bonds.
He was like, Brian, okay, we're gonna be the Bonds. We're gonna be this quartet. And he was like, okay, come on, we're going to the studio to record. We was like, wait. We just started.
And you ended up on what is probably my most cherished and one of my best albums ever, Soul Cash.
Aww.
So there you go.
There you go. But you have that way of taking those little things and magnifying them in us, because sometimes we can't see it. And you're like, no, you got it. You go ahead, go do it, just like you did with Melina on this new project. Hey, Melina! So you guys have heard Melina before because I play her music on the show often. But Melina, come on, girl, this your acting debut?
Yes.
Okay, tell me about it.
Before. It was life-changing. Yeah, it's really opened my eyes to, I guess, what I can do.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to talk more about what you can do.
Okay.
But let's hear, you have Oh Holy Night? Did you do that? Yes, so let's hear Melina sing Oh Holy Night, and then we'll be back on Bach and Beyonce.
Did you just say Old Holy Night?
I said, oh.
I thought you were trying to say
like you said,
That old
Holy Night.
I said, which one are we playing?
Oh, that old Holy Night.
Jim, give me light Q 513. Easy.
That was beautiful.
The weary world rejoices.
sweet.
This is Bach and Beyonce with your girl conductor Maria A. Ellis. That was Malena Smith with Oh Holy Night. Her voice is amazing.
So smooth, so beautiful.
It's so amazing. I knew you was a star when I met you at UPSO all those years ago.
Thank you.
Yeah, so good.
I appreciate that.
Tell all three of y'all, tell me about this new picture, An Intimate Christmas.
Yeah.
Where did the idea come from? Like, tell me about it.
Where did the idea come from?
I don't know.
I'm serious.
The idea of the...
So, no, you know what? It started as being, like, I knew we wanted to do a follow-up to what we did with the new holiday. I'm really getting, because I'm big into holiday pictures for a lot of reasons. Both, you know, I love them just in general, but from a business standpoint, they're evergreen. You know, they can play more than once. So I knew I wanted to do a follow-up to that. We initially had started talking about, you know, doing something that was more in line with, like, you know, a Casey Musgraves-esque kind of show. And so I also knew that we were trying to, like, kind of rebrand and relaunch Melina, right? Finding her new voice, all this kind of stuff. So it kind of started from there, but then I don't know what happened.
We didn't want it to be so reviewy. Right?
We wanted a story.
We wanted a story. And so we decided to form a story around, you know, showcasing Melina and just promoting some stuff that she has coming up. And, you know, it was a struggle at first because, like I said, Brian will challenge you to do things that you don't necessarily think you can do. And one of those things was to make Melina a protagonist in a story. And she was nervous about acting.
Yes.
And so there was some convincing that needed to be done. Yeah. Because, I mean, did you want to share what happened?
Yeah, because I found it hard to believe that she was nervous about acting.
Oh my gosh,
That's funny. You was in The Wiz.
I had like 5 lines. If you really... Anyway,
I told y'all this interview was going to be off the chain. You was Glenda.
I was Glenda the Good Witch, you're right. Wow, I was. But that was, I don't know. That I just didn't get this. This is different. Like, this acting in front of a camera, I don't know. I just thought it was, like, super intimidating. So I was like, no, this seems like my worst nightmare. So, not worst. Second worst, but I didn't want to do it. I was like, no, I don't want to act. I just want to sing, because, like, I just knew, like, I knew I could sing on camera. I just was like, but, like, talking, I don't even like talking on stage. Like, that's something that's terrifying to me for some reason, because as you can see, like, when I'm just talking to people, I don't shut up. But, like, on stage, I'm like, no, I'm gonna say 2 words, and, like, thank you for coming, God bless, good night. And so, like, same thing, like, being on stage, like, being in front of the camera talking, I don't know, I was just like, no, I can't do that. I'll just sing.
All right, well, let's talk about how you got over that after we played.
How I got over.
Yeah, how you got over. You said you want to play All Anxiety?
Yeah, and I think this song, of all the songs that are in the movie, is kind of really indicative of what this experience has been like. Like, this song was a fight.
Yeah.
You know, in the studio, Melina just kind of, like, deconstructing her voice to build it back up. It happened on this song, and I remember we went into the studio the day we recorded it, and I was like, okay, we're gonna do Auld Lang Syne. And she was like, wait, what? And it's like, yeah, let's start with Auld Lang Syne. So we go in, and it was like, it wasn't good.
Not good?
It was not good.
I was like, I need a break.
Yes, no, literally, like, yeah, and I said, okay, so let's come back, let's go to something else, and then we'll come back to it. And that kind of, you know, back and forth, it's like lifting weights. Like, this process was like going from lifting 5 pounds to like being able to lift 300 pounds. In order to be able to do that, you have to put stress and tension on the muscle, and it hurts. But then inevitably, you're able to do the heavy lifting. I think that, to me, that was the best part of this process. Like, the movie's good, the movie's great, but, like, to see Melina now to be able to lift heavy weight, that's the best thing. And Auld Lang Syne is the heavy lifting.
That's good, Brian.
Well, let's listen to it. Let's listen to Auld Lang Syne, and then we'll come back and we'll get Melina's take on how she's, what you call it, lifted these 300 pounds. Come on, weightlifter. We'll come back and talk to her after the song.
Yay.
This next song is the last song, and one of my favorites of the holiday season, because it's all about what matters most, being surrounded by the ones you love. I've learned that you don't need much at all to create a special moment for Christmas.
Just love and family round the tree. That's good enough for me. A simple Christmas, you and me, is all we'll ever need. The jingle bells, the first Noel, and childhood memories. The greatest gift the season brings is joy of company. Christmas brings.
Malena! Maria! That sounds so good.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so tell me how you got there. Brian gave us his take on how you got there, but how was it for you?
So first of all, okay, so I love the song Auld Lang Syne. What's it called? Auld Lang Syne. Thank you. Okay, so I love that song. But so when I took it to Brian and I was like, or when Brian was asking me like what songs to put or what songs I wanted, I was like, oh, Auld Lang Syne, like we have to do that. And Brian does not like that song, or he didn't like that song before because I understand it's kind of hard to know what it means, right? It's like an old-timey song. So the first thing of the process, like just before we even took it in the studio, obviously was I rewrote the lyrics for the verses, which was really cool and like meaningful and made me like push myself outside of like just like having to write for a particular song for a particular project and like push myself to do that was really just a really cool like experience. I remember Brian texting me being like, send the verses, and I was like, 1 second. I like went on walks trying to get myself to think of words. I was like, I don't know what to say, but yeah, no, that was just that in itself. The writing part was really was really growing. But then, then like the singing part and recording it and being in studio, we made all these songs and the whole movie higher than I would typically ever choose to sing myself. So that's why it's good to have mentors like Brian who push you to do things that you would not do on your own, because you discover things like Sophia said that you would not have discovered otherwise. So so we did that. So when we took that in the studio and Brian was like, we're singing that today, I didn't even know what key it was going to be in, and I was like, I feel like you told me it was going to be in a different key. Like I felt like I was being, I don't know, having the wool pulled over my eyes. And once we got in studio on it, it was just really hard. I just felt like I couldn't hit like the notes that I needed to, so I was just like, oh my gosh, like this is gonna sound horrible. And it's just all mind games, which we all struggle with, I know. So it was just mind games, and we like worked on other stuff. We took a break and like worked on other songs and like came back to it, and then I'm really proud of what it is now, because I would not, if you told me even before we like started writing the verses for it and everything, I would not have guessed that's what it could become. So I'm really proud of this version.
Well, that's really good. That's awesome.
Thanks.
What is the movie about? We haven't talked about what the actual movie is about.
So we haven't. So An Intimate Christmas is it starts off with a very overambitious show producer who is putting together a live Christmas show, and she loses her lead artist, Amanda_Santa's Baby 314. Okay.
Yes, 314 St. Louis representing. Yes.
Exactly. And so the short just follows this producer trying to fix this problem, and she sees Melina as her solution, the key solution. But she wants to change Melina into something that she's not, because this producer has an issue with authenticity. Sometimes we think the more we put into a project, the better it will be. Really, it's all about simplicity. It's about honesty, especially when we're talking about art.
Yeah.
And so that's what this is. We're following Dottie, manipulate Melina into who she thinks she should be, and the show into what she thinks it should be, and then it all comes crumbling down. And I won't tell you how she fixes it because I want them to watch it.
Yeah, so let's tell them how to watch it after this. But I believe we have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
Yeah, we do.
So let's play Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, and then we come back. We'll talk about Life Creative Arts and how you are doing all of this through Life Arts.
And we'll say the correct name.
I said it wrong.
Life
Arts Credit.
Group.
What is it?
Whoa, Life Creative
It
Group.
confuses lots of
We're gonna
people.
have to edit
We'll clear it up when we get back.
What is it? When we come back.
Authenticity.
Life Arts. I know about
Life
that.
Creative STL.
And Life Creative. Oh, well, we got some new names. Okay, we're going to come back after Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Who did we get all these names?
Maria.
I'm about to break it down.
Not all these names.
And why?
There's something
And why?
about the girl Maria.
Girl, I know we had all them names.
How do you fix the problem like Maria?
There you go. You can't. That's the answer. You cannot.
That was so funny. You said, oh, we got some new names.
All right.
Oh my God.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. May your heart be light. From now on, your troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, your troubles will be miles away. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days. Said faithful friends who are dear to us,
Welcome back to Bach and Beyonce with your girl conductor Maria A. Ellis. We are in the studio.
Yes, we are.
Brian Owens, Sophia Stevens, and Malena Smith.
Ooh, child.
Now, Brian, so before the song, I was getting mixed up on all these names.
We all do. We all do. We finna simplify everything right now for the listening world. For listening world. Because when the reason why things are shifting right now in terms of what we call our ecosystem and things like that is because when I started this, I had no idea what it was. And so you were just naming things as you went along. And so now we've come to a place, we've had a lot of great transitions happening this year. And so let me officially break down for you what all of this is, this life that we talk about. So life is an acronym, first of all: leadership, innovation, faith, and entrepreneurship. That's the kind of foundation, the pillar, four walls of what we do. We started a nonprofit in 2015 that's called Life Arts Inc. The mission of Life Arts Inc. is to develop the leaders of the day where they live using the arts. It's curricular, it's missional, it's therapeutic. It focuses on the holistic aspect of us developing young people, young creatives, right? But I have now turned Life Arts Inc. over to my cousin Darius, who is now the executive director. So within this partnership now, of all the things that we're doing that we can talk about later, we're calling it Life Creative STL. And Life Creative STL is an umbrella for partnership facilitation. So in that umbrella, you have Life Arts Inc., which is our main nonprofit partner. You have Life Creative Group, which is the for-profit entity that does stuff like produce these films and produce albums and produce creative content with the intended goal of generating for the nonprofit, right? And then we have all the other partners that come to the table, like Regional Arts Commission, UMSL Accelerate, Maryville University, M1 Bank, American Portfolios, Beyond Housing, and so on and so on and so on, that fold under into this Life Creative STL ecosystem and partnership, so that we can expand out what we're doing and be able to create more opportunity. Because the cool thing about these two movies is there's the direct thing where it's people that are directly involved in my ecosystem, but then it's just the average age on the set was 25. For the last two films that we've done, we're able to put money in people's pockets and keep creatives working. We're able to make content that PBS can use, which is who is another great media partner. So I think we've kind of simplified it in terms of understanding what this life is all about, in these different areas.
I think it's really cool that in the middle of the pandemic, that you have produced 2 whole movies and keep everybody safe.
Thank you, Lord.
Yes, God.
Thank you, Lord.
In the middle of a pandemic. But I think the pandemic caused all of us to tap into different sides of our creativity that we never even known. I mean, Sophia, you glanced over the fact that you had this film that has been nominated and did it won an award?
I appreciate that. That means a lot. So it was a web series, and it got 2 film festivals, into 2 film festivals. Ooh. And you're right, the pandemic, it really did a number on all of us, globally. But for artists, a lot of times that's when we thrive and we shine the most. And it's a wonderful thing because we've been blessed with these gifts to uplift communities and uplift people who are suffering. We don't stop. We just don't stop. We keep going. And so, I started writing. I was in my apartment all by myself. And I said, okay, what we gonna do? And I just started writing and writing and writing. And before you know it, I created something. And it just, it kind of had a ripple effect. And so just like this film, the film that we did last year, there's a ripple effect. Now we feel confident to do another film, and I just am excited about where we're going to go from there.
I think that's just amazing. And then Malena, seeing you, so I saw the movie before this episode airs. I've seen the movie, but to see Malena in a different light, I almost had a little bitty tear.
Oh, that means so much. Yeah, you're my sister, so that means a lot.
Of course. But to see how you've grown and stepped out of your shell is just absolutely amazing. So now, when can people see the movie?
December 14th.
December 14th, 17th, and 25th. December 14th, it'll be 7 p.m. December 17th, 2 a.m.
2 a.m. in the morning?
If you up. Some people be up.
All right,
you
well,
know.
set your DVR.
And then
Wait, is that still a thing? The people
Yes,
set a DVR?
I DVR. I'm about to DVR
Oh, okay.
this.
I didn't know it was still called DVR.
It's so a thing.
y'all are so tangential. Okay, and then December the 25th is gonna air at 10:30.
Oh, Christmas Day.
It's Christmas Day, and it's all on PBS. So shout out to our great
Absolutely.
PBS partner for you know.
Okay, so wait, but
New holiday will air first,
Right, okay.
and then Intimate Christmas will come out. So it's like a double feature.
So December. What's the time on December 14th?
December 14th at 7 p.m. Prime.
So December 14th at
Prime
7
time.
p.m. Get your mother, your
1 week from
father.
today. Is that 1 week from today?
Yeah.
No way. It is.
Yeah.
Is it
1 week
really?
from today.
Oh my goodness. It's next week.
Wait, did I just give that?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. 1 week from today, on the 14th,
Yes.
whichever day that falls for you, the 14th.
Yes. On the 14th.
You can get your family and watch 2 movies, and these
Yeah.
movies are good, wholesome movies that I don't know. There's just so much love in all of the movies. Like I remember last year watching the first movie with my family, and like although we were in different states and stuff, we all like was sitting around the TVs watching it together, and that's just amazing. So you need that.
Absolutely. I mean, that's one thing I can say. Brian makes sure that the set, there's a certain energy, there's a certain atmosphere.
Yeah.
I mean, I have been on sets in Los Angeles where it can get crazy, very chaotic. And on our set, it's like everyone's laughing.
Yeah.
We are praying at the beginning. We have words of affirmation to start us off. Like, it is so important. It's like the community is more important than the actual project, because in turn, the project becomes something because the community was all on one accord.
Right.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
I was so sad at the
So
end.
it's wonderful that you feel that when you watch it.
Yeah. But that's how Christmas. I mean, that's why he said Christmas movies or holiday movies rather are evergreen, because they invoke those same feelings.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every time you hear Mariah Carey, you're like, okay, it's Christmas time. Where's my tree?
It is so time. I hear Mariah.
She makes so much money every year on that.
Yeah, she does.
We need
Smart woman.
Which,
Smart
look,
woman.
but look,
Very
see,
smart woman.
Go back to what you just said, Melina,
She
and the
makes
idea that
at least $1 million a year on that.
So here's the thing too, and I don't like, because this isn't our bottom line, but it's still a line item, right? It's like the bottom line of this is not the generation of like everybody getting rich, but
quarters are good.
But here's the thing, exactly. And when people ask me about being in creative space and doing all this kind of stuff, I was like, you either do this for a living or you live to do it. Now, I can live to do it and not be concerned with how much people pay me, which means I can do other stuff and sing and do stuff. But the moment you say I want to do something for a living, you're invoking business. And so I think that while, the set is amazing. Like the culture of the set, I think we're writing really great stories. At the end of the day, it's also business. And I think it's a business that can make entrepreneurs, that can have a high impact, especially in communities where there's a lack of opportunity because of a lack of infrastructure. I think that the creative arts, multimedia space, film and television, the kind of things that we're trying to do, can do that. Whether directly, where people are working on films and all that stuff, or indirectly where those people who become entrepreneurs who are making money are reinvesting into things, which is the whole model of you have a for-profit production company that's literally the main source of income, whether it be directly or through partnership development for a nonprofit. That's to me, that's the most important thing and reason why we want to make money. Cause all of y'all, well, for the most part, like Sophia, we come to this differently because of how long we've known each other. But Maria and you two, Maria and Melina, like y'all have benefited from the model.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like.
But I benefited from this model too. Even though we've known each other longer, because I don't think I would have written for other people. Like I've written before, but on the scale that I wrote last year, I don't I don't predict that I would have done that in the near future.
Yeah.
And so I think I benefited a lot.
Yeah.
You're so good.
That
Yes, you
means a
are.
lot.
You're so good.
Yes, you are.
Thank
Like,
you.
and like no, like all of you, and I think, you know, obviously everything that I do is in faith, and it's seeing things that may not necessarily be readily evident in what you physically can perceive, but you just like know. But all the elements, and if you just put this and put that around it, yeah, it's gonna be there. And with each of you, it's been so cool to watch that happen.
Yeah, but it's cool because we have you, and you.
Look.
But real, Brian. Like, it's cool that you have somebody who you can bring an idea to, and be like, I want to do this, and then you're like, okay, let's do it. You're like, oh, well, I wasn't really ready, but okay.
Okay, I'm going to tell a story, okay? Because first of all, this is just to confirm what you just said. So when you asked me, I don't think you remember this. He called and asked me last year to write the film. I was doing everything I possibly could to get out of writing this film. And remember, oh my God, Maria, you helped me. So funny enough, Melina, you don't know this. When he asked me to write the film, the same week he asked me to write the film, I was asked to teach a music class.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I don't know what I am doing anywhere in my life. I need so much help. So he's asked me to do this. I'm like, bro, I can't do it. I've got to teach. He's like, I said, I have no idea what I'm doing. He said, you need help? I'm like, yes, I need help. Call Maria. Okay, cool. And then call me. Wait, what? So he said, how much time do you need? I'm like, 2 weeks? Cool, call me back in 2 weeks. I'm like, no. So I called Maria. You were so graceful. I mean, honestly, I can go start crying right now. You helped me out so much. I was freaking out.
But that's your family. That's what we're supposed to do.
You gave me so much good. You're such a wonderful music teacher. You gave me so much good, rich material to give to these kids. So I felt like, okay, I'm a little confident.
Yeah.
I'm a little confident. Then he calls. You ready? Wait, I just got a little confident with this. So anyway, you all have been wonderful. But again, pushing people to do things and then giving them the things that they need to get to the next level. Not just leaving you hanging out there.
But that's what it's about, right?
That's
what life.
I can't.
But when we talk about life, whether it's arts, creative group, creative STL, like when we talk, that's what it's about. Because somebody did that for me. A lot of people did that for me. Diane Reeves did that for me.
Oh, I love her.
You know, Peter Martin did that for me. Christine Brewer did that for me. Michael McDonald. Did that for me.
I love how you live in a lot of these St. Louis people.
I mean,
David Sanborn did that for me, and I can remember being in the room or being on stage. I remember doing the Sanborn sessions. It was Michael McDonald, David Sanborn, like Billy Kilson on drum, Bill Williams on bass, these killing cats. And I remember being at David's house. We're recording the Sanborn session. It's like a live video, not live, but recording for this video series that he does, and feeling like, should I be in this room? I'm like, why do you need me here? And in conversating with them, man, it was just encouraging to know that sometimes, I mean, it's like you're in the room because we want you here. That's comforting. That it's not like because you can do this and you can do that. They're like, no, we want you in the room. Now, you wouldn't have gotten in the room if you couldn't do.
That's why I'm like, I prefer that because we want you here. That's more comforting than because now there's also no pressure. All I have to do is be.
That's a good point.
All I have to do is just be.
That's good.
And that's what all of you know what I'm saying? And it's been a learning lesson for me. Like, especially waiting on people and being patient. Like, that's hard for me. Cause I'm trying to go, and all three of y'all,
all the time. I don't believe it.
God has used all three of y'all in my life to show me, like, hey man, you know, sometimes you just gotta slow.
This feels like a compliment.
Just because somebody's not going at your look, right? Just because somebody's not going at your pace doesn't mean they slow.
That's good, bro.
So I had to be accepting of my own pace, and then sometimes my own pace is light speed. and be like, no, you need to slow down for the people in your life.
I appreciate that.
So that you can really take time. And because all three of us, we have moments.
Because
where I be like, and it's always the same. I say the same thing to all y'all. Y'all be like, well, I just not like, okay.
I'm so glad I'm not alone.
Let's do this.
No, you're definitely not alone.
I'm so glad.
Okay, well, let's do this. And
cracking me up so much.
And then we audible.
We all thought we were alone.
I know. I was like, oh, he hates me so bad.
But you know what though? But the strategy of it, the strategy
Right.
of being able to learn from me how to walk with people where they are is that it slows you down to actually see the process of how to get them there.
Yeah.
So the process for Melina to do this movie didn't even start with the movie. It started with us working on the music. We said, well, we're gonna meet in person now.
You said that, yeah.
And we were working on songs, not even the movie, her original stuff. That's the process that allowed for me. And God was like, this is how when you get on a set, you're gonna be able to have a language with her that allows for you to then get out what will translate. Yeah. Because Sophia was like,
oh my God.
Are you sure?
I was so nervous.
Are you sure?
And I got to the point where I was like, she's gonna do what we tell her she's gonna do.
Even with Paco, you were like, I think maybe we need to get somebody.
I was nervous.
To play Paco.
And see, that's one thing I can say about you that I've learned.
Yes.
Because what it has done, I can be hypercritical. And what happens is if you're hypercritical with yourself, what you do is you become hypercritical with other people.
I feel the same. I feel like I'm the same way. Yeah.
Exactly. And so what he does, he tends to see the good. I mean, it's just I see what this can be.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you don't see what's happening right now, sir. Like, even with me, he's like, you can write this. I'm like, bruh, no, I can't. So it really taught me how to not be so harsh, really recognize and look for the good because it's there. Right. And if you focus on that, it will grow. Right. It will grow. And that's what I saw in you. That's what I saw in Paco. That's why I look and I'm like, oh my God, we actually did this. So
this sounds like
such a good point.
This sounds like the people on December 4th and the
14th.
Sorry, December 14th.
So say that again.
Right.
So this sounds like that on December 14th and
the
17th and 25th, Christmas Day,
that you need to be in front of your TV watching this movie, that you get this incredible background that you're not going to hear anyone. Now this is exclusive. Maybe I should say that word right.
Exclusive
to Bach and Beyonce listeners. This is amazing. And what holiday song can I play for you? I can sit right here.
For who?
What song can I play from you? Holiday something.
Let's play Drummer Boy with B.B. Winans and Karen Clark Sheard.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Let's do that one.
Let's do that.
Okay.
From a new holiday.
Come, they told me, ba-ra-ba-ba-ba. smiled at me. In my trial, oh yeah. Come they told me, a newborn king. Give my best for you. Give my best for you. Yes, I give my best for you. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gave your best to
We are back on Bach and Beyonce with
Are we?
We are with Malena Smith and Brian Owens and Sophia Stevens. I'm so honored that I get to be in you all's presence. Like for real, it's just like being with like we all family for real.
We are.
Yeah.
I wish I could see this footage of how we doing this, because it is just off the chain.
Oh my gosh.
We keep laughing.
Well, thank you for having us on your award-winning show.
Yes.
Thank you
Queen
so much.
Maria Ellis.
That it is award winning.
Don't tell me what he won't do. Don't tell me what he won't do. Brian, I don't know if I can do this. Brian, I don't.
Oh, and it's almost as if we know who to talk to. We know who to say that to, just to push us.
But who do you go to, Brian? Oh, that's
Come on,
Jesus.
Who do you go to, Brian?
Who do you go to?
He goes to the rock.
The Rock. Shabbat.
Yeah, I go to both of my fathers.
There you go.
The one up there and the one down here.
Come on. That's
Come on,
good.
Father.
And I have really good people in my life. They know who they are, who I talk to. Well, one of yours is your cousin,
Yeah.
Art
Artie,
McCoy.
Yeah.
People that I can be like, what do you think about this?
Yeah.
You know, so.
Good.
Well, that's awesome. Well, we're going to end this.
I think you know what's going on. Keep all of this. Keep all of it. I think this is going to be your best show
So
yet.
Maria's having a laughing fit right now,
It is
so I'll
going to be
take
your
over the
best
show.
show yet.
You're listening to Bach and Beyonce, normally hosted by your girl conductor Maria A. Ellis, who's having a laughing fit right now. She wanted to end by saying that you can also watch An Intimate Christmas on YouTube.
Yes.
Yes.
Christmas Day through
Christmas
New Year's Eve.
Day. For
Yes.
all of those who are outside
For
of
all
St.
those
Louis
who are
region.
outside of St. Louis region,
Yes.
you can tune in there.
Beautiful.
We look forward to you tuning in here locally on the 14th, 17th, and the 25th on PBS.
Amazing.
Maria,
I'm
is there
impressed.
anything
Come on, Brian.
I'm
Go.
impressed, Brian.
else that you would like to?
What do you don't do?
Right.
What do you don't do? I love it. What do you don't do?
Hey,
What do you know?
you all make sure y'all check out this movie. I'll
Please.
put
We worked
I'll make
so
sure
hard.
that
I went through so much.
you were so great though.
That's
Make
hilarious.
sure y'all check out the movie. And again, thank you, Sophia and Brian and Melina, for being a part of the show. I want to give a shout out to my producer, Mr. Brandon Lemieux. Also giving a shout out to the producer in the house. Yes, we appreciate you because we are. Today we are live at UMSL, the University of Missouri St. Louis, where
Woo.
3 of us graduated from.
I feel left out.
Well, you didn't graduate from.
I know.
It's never too late. Never too late.
It's true.
They got programs. You can
That's
come join.
true.
How about we get you a residency here, and then it'll count the
come on,
same way.
residency.
Now you're talking.
Look at that. Look at
Let's
that.
see, big
And we've said it on the air.
And
so that
now
means
it's
it
in the
has to
atmosphere.
happen. It has to happen.
That's how it
But
works.
no, thank you all for being here. Make sure you check out the show. Make sure you are following your girl conductor Maria A. Ellis on all social media platforms. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and any of those other platforms that you may know of, including Clubhouse. Also, make sure you're following the station Classic 107.3 on our Facebook and Instagram page. I want to thank you all for being here, and you all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
We love you.